You know, some people are going to come after Michelle Obama for what she was defending Kamala Harris and black men, and saying stuff like that as far as voting and supporting Kamala and what have you. But all that's offset. All that's offset. Because after Tony Hinchcliffe's speech, the racist loaded speech that he did, and he needs to go back to school for geographical lessons and courses. Puerto Rico's part of the United States. Somebody didn't tell him that. Of course, Trump's got the disclaimer where we don't share the ideas of this. Always in denial. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's called dress rehearsal. It's called what we're going to allow to hit the stage. Yes, you do. You keep forgetting that if you want to attract black folks, which scares me, who want to support Trump, because I don't have, like I said, I don't have a dog in the race. I'm reparations, but anybody but Trump. Because see, I keep telling folks, the racist rhetoric is real. And this is not by accident. So you stick some fifth-tier comedian, there's usually 3 tiers, a fifth-tier comedian to tell some lame racist jokes that you think is going to be funny to who? To who? For who? And this idiot is so dumb and dense that he doesn't even realize that Puerto Rico is part of America. He sits up here spewing and saying all kinds of idiotic things like it's 1954. Like it's barely 1964. Can you be more backwards and dysfunctional? And you do, you know. There may be, maybe, just maybe for some people out there, maybe Tony Hinchcliffe is just the kick in the behind that says, you know what? I have some color on my skin. I don't think I can support this. I'm hearing this rhetoric. Maybe I woke up. I ain't telling you what to do, but common sense tells you what to do. Can I say that again? I'm not telling you what to do, but common sense tells you what to do. If someone, but they say, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, and moves like a duck, you better believe it's a duck. If someone is being separate like that, spewing that Archie Bunker rhetoric at this day and time, and this late in the game, you're a week away. I maybe if Tony Hinchcliffe, they had a speech of a year ago, and Trump was there and he was laughing and giggling, even though that would be embarrassing. But you doing this right on the eve. It's like being Cinderella. And all you got to do is put the magic shoe on at 12. But you up there trying to squeeze into a shoe that's 2 sizes too small. You trying to wiggle yourself in there. And you trying to say, well, and you know this idiot is going to say, well, I'm just a comedian. People need to get over it. No. You need to get a geographical lesson in geography. You need to go back to school because you're an idiot, Tony Hinchcliffe. You didn't even know Puerto Rico's part of America. What else don't you know? Oh, I know feelings don't matter. Take jokes. Except your jokes was the most stereotypical, racist, loaded mess you could imagine. So for anybody who tried to use the Michelle Obama speech and tried to say, I'm tired. One thing I will say about Kamala Harris and what she's running, she ain't never had nobody come on that stage and use rhetoric that was divisive as this. If nothing else, you could say what you want, but there's no justification and nothing justifies that kind of racist rhetoric because it's very divisive. And you can't just say, oh, you some comedian. You were very mean-spirited. And for the record, because I watched it, aside from a Diddy joke, which you can get away with now, even though Trump has association with him, that's another story, another video. Most of those jokes fell flat. That audience fell flat. Why? Because you have people of color in that audience. I know this, the boogeyman, we're going to scare them, but you're trying to act like you're attracting people. But you keep this going on, you, the people that use their head and use common sense will subtract. But this idiot didn't even know that Puerto Rico is part of America. That alone should tell you what you're getting into, if nothing else. That should tell you what you're getting into. But you know, some people are going to say, well, you know, well, what? The comedian is a young dude. He not old, man. I always hear this, people that will try to justify racist behavior. So, well, they just come from another time of the year. No, this cat's younger cat. He up there know what he's saying. He got to use those code words, the old boogeyman conservative jargon. Again, I don't have no dog in it. Because I told you before, both them parties are like Diddy parties to me. But I'm going by what I saw. And that whole thing about Puerto Rico alone shows you ignorance, racism, hostility, and dumb, idiotic who don't even know the geographics. He needs to go back to school. Because I learned that Puerto Rico was part of America when I was in, what, 5th, 6th grade? Maybe he just was held back. Maybe Tony Hinchcliffe was held back. Maybe it just didn't come to his jurisdiction. Maybe that school, when they had history course of the states in the United States, it just didn't, I don't know. But I do know that Archie Bunker rhetoric, and I do that other stuff that was said. And that's been said over and over and over again. And they've all used it. From George Wallace, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, they've all used it. Lyndon B. Johnson did too, on both sides. They've all used it. You got to use common sense. Common sense eventually got to come through. You see what's up. Telling you what they're about. You call it jokes. See how funny it is when, that's just the start. You know exactly where it was going. When you hear about watermelon, and when you hear about, especially a country of people that are citizens. Really? That's supposed to be hee-hee-ha-ha when you're born and bred and you're connected to the states. Make it make sense. Of course, D.L. Hughley and Don Lemon and others just cringed, and Ortiz, the senator, they cringed. Well, of course, it's just, how do you justify that? How do you come back from that? How do you? You don't. Because you said what you are. Steve Bannon, all of them associated with Trump, all of them right there, Elon Musk, all that connected, have all said what they said. But if you say the truth, they say, well, it really wasn't what you think, but it is what you think, but it's not what you think. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like, and I'm out.